Hey, what is going on? So today I was meant to stream the Nintendo stream, but that ended up not happening considering Nintendo, being Nintendo, didn't want people to stream it. So I didn't stream it. Uh, can't really say there was too much there going on that was like really interesting. Uh, well, like there was obviously Breath of the Wild 2 that was interesting to see. There was a new Metroid was always interesting to see, and there were a couple of few games sprinkled in between. Uh, Also, Kaguya coming to Smash, so we got a Tekken boy in there. Uh, but yeah, like it wasn't really anything that special. I know a lot of people were hoping for the Switch Pro, which just did not happen. People were hoping for Bayonetta 3 to appear, which we kind of knew beforehand that it was unlikely to show up. And yeah, with nothing on Prime 4 as well, Metroid Prime 4. So, but we got Advance Wars remake, which was surprising, kind of a little out left field. We got a little bit more Shin Megami Tensei. No F-Zero, which was disappointing as always, but you know that's just kind of how things are. And yeah, other than really like the big one was Breath of the Wild 2. Just seeing a little bit more. Right now, it has a release like projected for 2022, but it's all up to change. But yeah, it wasn't a bad stream, but it was alright, you know, nothing crazy. But yeah, so today we got Bandai Namco. Now, I'm a little bit miffed of exactly what we're gonna see because I think they already kind of popped the cherry on the biggest thing I would have been excited for, which was uh, which was Elden Ring, which Jeff Keighley got to announce and show off. So I think that's really what I would have been mostly excited for. But I'm interested to see actually what they have in store for us, because quite frankly, nothing comes to mind right now to like what they could show. So I'm kind of just a little fascinated, just to see. Uh, but yeah, maybe they'll show us like a walkthrough of Elden Ring, like a little bit more gameplay. That'll be interesting. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure exactly. Like, I'm in the mindset: is this gonna be another Warner Brothers situation where we practically saw just one game being talked about? They didn't even actually officially go to a panel and just kind of talked about this one game, show a little bit of gameplay, and that was it. I hope not, but we will see. We will see. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure I should have started already. Maybe I'm just on the wrong stream. Let me just do a little search. Bandai Namco. Let's see what comes up. God, these pesky ads. Maybe I should put back on the music. Wait, is this the stream? Hold on, let me turn on the sound here. And let me switch over.
We were always evolving the Dark Pictures.
Is this a Bandai Namco game?
From our fans, and also our team, what they want to do, how they want to push things forward. So we tried some stuff in Little Hope with more camera control, 360 cameras at certain parts, and we really leaned on that again, and it really works well in House of Ashes. Lots of the game is set underground, and so these sort of corridors.
This is like the guys who did
Yeah, indeed.
oh my god, my mind is blanking on the actual name. It had a bunch of actors in it from like a bunch of different things. Guy from Mr. Robot and shit like that.
The chance for jump scares, which we know
What
some
the hell?
people
It was the
like.
ones with the creatures in the woods where you eat the people and they become the bad monsters and they get chased around. You can make decisions to who lives, who dies, sort of things, and your decisions affect like the possible outcomes of the game. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. It doesn't really matter. I know about this game. They have like one mode or two of the stories out there. It's like an episodic thing, and they're releasing it like one at a time because they're pretty sure they're working on each one as you go. The first one was I think like a ghost ship, or like it was to emulate a ghost ship. It was like to, you know, it was realistically it was just a bunch of fucking drugs on the ship that made everyone fucking hallucinate crazy shit. But it was alright. It was interesting, you know. If people are searching for that sort of cool like movie sort of feel from their games where they don't really want to play too much, maybe just want to make some decisions and see how things play out, these games are kind of up your alley, you know. But I think they're also very heavy on the like the reaction time, you know, and pressing specific buttons. So
some people want to get everyone killed straight away, and that's fine. That's their playthrough. That's what they want to do. But you know, can you get everyone out alive and save as many as you can?
There's a lot of replayability there.
Indeed,
Goes on forever. I like that. So, last question. Favorite scene?
Favorite scenes. So,
I do like their little globe. I'm pretty sure if you can buy those where it opens up and it has like a liquor cabinet inside. You know, get a little couple of bottles of liquor with a couple of glasses. You know, it kind of gives you like that sort of like old like, you know, 1920s 30s sort of style. It's pretty cool. To be honest, I would like to own one day. You know. Maybe not, I don't know if I'd put alcohol in it. I might put something else in it, but you know, alcohol's always a good choice because you're like, oh, let's have a drink, you know.
Dan, thank you so much. This has been really cool to talk about.
All right, is this over?
I'm excited and terrified in equal part, and everyone else is just.
Is this Bandai Namco? I hope so.
I can't wait to get it into people's hands.
Yes, this is Bandai Namco. Okay. Oh, look, you can get a little statue of, I guess, the monster. It's a little bit of shame they're already showing that off. Wouldn't you want that to be a surprise?
Before we dive in, the House of Ashes.
What?
Scared you got. Of course, we want to thank Razer for being one of the E320.
Did I just get Warner Brothers?
Giving us these tired old blades nobody cares
What
about.
the
But this
fuck?
blade 14, RTX 3080 built right in. Of course, the Razer.
I'm taking that.
Thank you so much. No, I'm taking that.
Okay, we'll fight.
Okay, well,
We've done it before.
you know what? I'll take the hand-me-down. I'll be a little.
Alright, I'm not here for you guys to talk. I kind of just want to see the thing. Nope. Come on. Is it just them again?
But it is impressive, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and
This
you
is
heard
the
there
stream.
in the interview, you know, Dan saying like, "Oh yeah, I love the jump scares. I live for the."
Are you sure? Are you 100%? This is the stream. Did we just get Warner Brothers again? Why would... Okay. So... Who cares? Was that their whole stream? Oh man, I feel like a fucking idiot. Yeah, like, I agree with these people. So they're like sleeping on it. Some guy was just saying, we want Bandai. You know? Why do they keep saying that they have these fucking full-ass streams for E3? But they're showing a fucking one game. And that's it. Who why do they keep doing this?
Jackie Chan.
Is this more Bandai?
Brothers in arms, or each man
What the
for
fuck is
himself.
this?
Survival the
Okay. We're gonna keep this in the background. We're gonna go over here. And we are going to watch some of those Nintendo trailers they didn't want us streaming live while the event was happening. So, let's see here. There was a Danganronpa trailer, so let's take a look at that.
10 years of Danganronpa in despair.
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
Ooh.
3 games in the deadly Danganronpa series are coming to Nintendo Switch.
I am this school.
Monokuma, the self-proclaimed school headmaster, has trapped you and other high school students in a game of literal
Yeah, this is just
life
for
and
people who
death.
haven't played
Unfortunately,
Danganronpa
the only way out of
to
the
experience
school
it
and this
again,
lethal game is to
or
betray the
for
other
new people to
students.
get into it and it's just
And
on the
so
Switch.
it begins.
A body has been discovered.
When a student meets their demise, a class trial will take place to reveal the culprit.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mia?
Tanya, I had no idea.
They probably moved the body there.
Use the evidence you've gathered to refute contradictions and find the guilty party.
Sneak attack. No, it's wrong.
Objection.
Are you okay?
Bruh, put on a shirt.
Plus, the board game from Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony has been expanded into a standalone game. Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. An all-star
Ultimate
cast of
Summer
characters
Camp.
from the Danganronpa series will come together to battle at a
Hang out
tribal
with all your dead friends.
Who's the strongest of them all in this ultimate beach brawl? The 4-game collection Danganronpa Decadence launches as a physical exclusive on Nintendo Switch later this year. All 4 games will also be individually available on
Whoa.
Nintendo eShop.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Okay. Let's Shin Megami Tensei. I have some actually thoughts. I was discussing with a friend about this game. And obviously we're comparing it to Persona. Oh, this is Playhouse. We don't want Playhouse. We just want trailer. We were discussing it because we didn't exactly know how to feel about the new Shin Megami Tensei. Not because it like visually looks terrible or like doesn't seem like it would be fun. We just like when we're comparing it to Persona, we're talking mostly about social links, right? For us, or for at least myself, social links was like where I got the most fun out of my Persona experience. It wasn't going through the dungeon and sneaking about and doing all the things and battling monsters. No, it was actually developing like friendships with these other characters along the way. Whereas in this new Shin Megami Tensei, it seems it's more of like you're solo adventuring in. You can take on monsters and fuse them and do all the stuff you normally expect. But it's just you know? And I was kind of like, I don't know how I'd feel about that game then. If I couldn't just play, like, have that whole social link aspect. Did they just not have a trailer? Do I need to type it in? Should I just... Why was this going on for 5 hours? Oh, because of Playhouse. Jesus Christ, I completely forgot. Okay, we'll just fast forward through this. Ah, yes, let's get...
Okay.
Nah. There we go. This is the Smash reveal. As is seen, I forget which Tekken it is where he actually throws Heihachi off the cliff into the volcano. Was that the second one? Because I believe in the first one Heihachi throws him off as a child. Or is it, I might be completely off. This might be even in later versions, like in 3 or 4. But it's cool that he's here, you know? To be honest, I was still holding out for Dante from Devil May Cry. But, you know, like, I can understand people don't want another sword character. Which is understandable. At least he's not fucking Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem have too much. There's the Falcon baby. Too bad we didn't get an F-Zero. This, Yep, just chucking everybody off. Getting a little juiced and powered up. And obviously there's a couple of different costumes, him in his suit. Looking like a professional businessman. It's Heihachi. And what I find interesting with this guy's character is, like, on certain things it looks like the camera shifts to his moveset, so I wonder if that's only for one-on-one will that actually happen. Or if that's just not a thing at all. He looks so awkward up there. Yeah. Sorry. No, right now. Let's see if they've... So that was the... I think that was the entire Bandai thing. Just that talk. Why would they do that? It's such a waste of time. Such a waste of time. Alright. Yeah, this is Sakurai.
From Sora Limited.
We don't need to watch the entire thing. So there's some Life is Strange stuff. Yeah, whatever. What is this? Is this more Life is Strange?
And seasonal events to worm your way up the ranks.
Worms. But not the worms you probably want to play. Yeah, Mario Party, they're adding some of the older maps from the different games. Let's just skip.
You are. It's a superstar collection of Mario Party boards and minigames.
So they're just bringing some of the older content to the new Mario Party.
Including Peach's birthday cake and Spaceland.
It's pretty cool. This was the real cool thing. I wasn't expecting this at all. This next one.
Before we hard, which we entry.
So I wasn't expecting this one. This one's the actual interesting one. Why is the sound off? So yeah, new Metroid is pretty cool. And this is like, so like a completely new. It's not a remake of an older game, it's an actual new game. So it's just cool. It's just cool to see them doing it, because I was having a different discussion with a different friend, talking about how Nintendo has been slacking hard with regards to like games coming out. Like For the Switch, I can't say there's too many like first-party games out there that's holding it together. Even like third-party, I think it's just been slacking. And he was like, why aren't they incorporating what Sony and Microsoft are doing with buying new studios and guaranteeing, giving these different studios maybe some of their properties, or allowing them to create their own new properties for Nintendo, and like actually coming out with like stuff like on a regular basis. Obviously it can't be like super like yearly, okay, so it might be like every 2 years like one of these new companies develops like a new thing. And I completely agree with him, and it's a shame that they're not doing that. But like, it's Nintendo, so what do you expect? What do you expect?
On that same day, we'll
That's
also
cool.
be releasing
That's a
Lego
really nice
figures of
figurine.
Samus and the Emmy, the robot seen in the video.
So yeah, Dragon Ball
Let's move on
Z.
to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
There's Shin Megami Tensei. Oh yeah, there was a new WarioWare. Also, they talked more about Monster Hunter. And like, if you've played a WarioWare, this is more WarioWare, you know, just on the Switch, a little bit more high res, and it's looking nice. A bunch of like nice mini games you get to play.
Time to do this. Look at me go. Whack rats. Check out these chumps. They came back and they have wonderful new talents. Throw that stick thing. Not the bad. Use the
So if this is for you, I think you know, This is just more.
Switch the
Trailer.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei.
As a high school student living in Tokyo, your life is...
Look at those outfits, man.
But that reality is upended after you get pulled into a different
Now
dimension.
Is this character a boy or is it a girl cross-dressing as a boy? That's what I'm curious about. Because of like the different form they take upon. Or it could just be a guy who like maybe identifies as a girl.
Another
Who
Tokyo
knows?
exists, a post-apocalyptic world
But they are just
where
wearing a boy
angels
uniform,
and
so.
demons reside.
But at the end of the day, that doesn't fucking matter.
Fused with a mysterious figure, gaining the power to fight demons. What lies ahead in this alternate realm?
Because when I saw them like this, I was just like, she looks cute, and I was like, wait, is she a boy? I don't know. I don't know. I like the blue flowing hair. It looks cool.
And will attempt to destroy you.
But I feel like my thoughts about like the whole social links, I don't know how the game's gonna be without that system. I know like I don't think Shin Megami Tensei ever had that system to begin with, and I'm sure it can still tell a fantastic story without it. But I think that's what kept me coming back to Persona. You know, I can talk to my fellow colleagues, I can hang out with them after each like dungeon or at each day, you know, decide what I can do with my time and develop that sort of like that bond that we had between those two characters. So I just wonder how it's gonna be. I think I will pick this game up, but just to see, you know, if this is my thing. You know, I feel like I'm gonna like the gameplay because I like Persona, and I think I'm gonna like the story, but is it gonna grip me? That's the question.
The newly fused demon's innate abilities will vary, granting you a powerful ally.
And I do know, yes, this is what like Persona came from, Shin Megami Tensei. It was used to called Shin Megami Tensei Persona, and then on until I think like, what was it, the fourth one that gave it up, or was it the no, I think it was 4th Golden.
What destiny
Persona 4 Golden is when it gave up the Shin Megami Tensei name, and then the rest, obviously, 5 has been like just Persona 5.
Pre-orders
You
for
know?
the physical version begin June 21st.
Wow.
That was the latest trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5 from Atlas.
That's Danganronpa, Fatal
This is the
Frame,
newest game in
I
the
guess.
series. Please look.
You know, if you guys like horror games
Hell and cast them out.
and taking pictures, maybe a little Pokemon Snap. I guess this is your thing. I've never played a Fatal Frame.
This spine-chilling story features various protagonists, letting you experience the game from different perspectives. New costumes
Damn,
and
she
photo
cute.
modes are included in this version.
Damn, she cute.
You investigate Mount Hikami.
Damn, they're all
and
cute.
stay alive.
Even the ghosts.
Maiden of Black Water creeps onto Nintendo Switch this year.
And then Doom gets an expansion. Tony Hawk.
It ramped up for 2 iconic skateboarding games fully
Now this
remastered
is one I wasn't expecting.
original game
No Tony Hawk.
June 20.
Let's get to it.
The Dead.
Not this either. I don't even know what this was.
Local wireless. When Stranger
Didn't really care either. No, not rabbits. Come on. Come on, we saw this already. Now this is what came out of nowhere for me. Which is Advance Wars. Which was like a Game Boy game. I don't think it ever came to anywhere else. It was only on Game Boy. And this is, I believe, a remake of the first 2 games. And it's in a brand new, like almost like toy-like aesthetic with like its figurines and stuff like that. And I do like it, but man, I still like miss the charming sprites. You know, there's something about it. I love that pixel art. So, like, I think this still looks cool, but like, man, I still miss that. I hope that's an option where you can just flip back and forth, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be. Like, many things aren't like the Halo like remastered editions, where it's like, oh, you can go back and see exactly what it used to be if you want to play it like that, or if you want to play the new done up edition. But it's pretty
How
cool.
is everything? All right.
I am more DLC to what is it? The Warriors Breath of the Wild game? Whoa. Oh man, you can see the frame rate drop. I would like to get to continue see what, like, you know, the prequel of Breath of the Wild is, you know, exactly. It'll be interesting, but yeah, no money to waste.
Hello there. I'm AG.
Hey.
Immerse yourself
Hey.
in this game.
Let's just get to Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, this was cool if, you know, if you want to have
This is a
extra
game watch
income.
system that lets you play 3 games in the Legend of Zelda series. This year, the original Legend of Zelda game reaches its
It was
35th
pretty cool.
anniversary.
Would never
We
buy
don't
it,
have
but
any
it's pretty
campaigns
cool.
or other Nintendo Switch games planned. We've been working on this Game & Watch system as a special item to help mark the occasion and reflect fondly on the earliest days of The Legend of Zelda. It will come with the first game in the series, The Legend of Zelda.
They love their little Game & Watch systems now. Like, they make a bunch of different
and the Game Boy
editions and
version of
put
The
different
Legend of
games on
Zelda
them.
Link's Awakening game.
I can't say any of them have been worth it so far, in my personal opinion. Right now, I'd have to say this is the most worth it one, because you actually get you get 4 different games on it, and well, 3 of them are actual like Zelda games, which is pretty cool.
In addition, regarding the watch functionality,
But I know myself, I'm probably not gonna play it. I'm not gonna use it. It would just be a cool thing to have. But other than that, it's like it's gonna just be collecting dust.
You can play with both of them by taking control of Link. We hope you'll enjoy playing this.
If
Game
you
& Watch
have
system
extra income,
whenever and
there you
wherever
go.
Has been steadily.
Yep. Here we go. This was the Breath of the Wild 2 ship. So it's either, like, I was just watching Link, like, fall from the sky, which is really cool that, like, now they're going to be utilizing the airspace of Hyrule. But, seeing him falling, and his hair flowing, I was like, is his hair longer? Or is it just because he doesn't have it tied up? I generally think it's longer. I think it is. And he's got this, like, cool little sachet, and, you know, he's falling, and it looks sick. But you know, we got a while. We got a while to wait.
Setting for the adventure has been
And yeah,
to include the skies above Hyrule.
and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Let's go back to Bandai Namco. Is there anything? It doesn't look like it. Oh, they're using the PC gaming show stage area. What's he talking about?
Maybe it's.
Let's go back to it live.
IGN Summer of Gaming 2021 is presented by the Amazon original movie, The Tomorrow War, exclusively on Prime
Didn't we
Video
just... Bandai is over? So it was just that game. They really didn't talk about anything.
Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game, but what if you got a chance to peek into the mind?
Yeah. Alright. I guess that was it. Let's see if there was anything, you know? Let's see if there's anything like left over that, you know, I think it's worth showing. Because if not, then I'd just say we would just talk about E3 as a whole. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there is anything worth showing. Okay, let's put on a little music. And let's just have a little discussion. So E3 this year, it was kind of meh, you know. It's kind of like okay, nothing special, nothing groundbreaking happened. I think obviously considering Sony was missing, like normally, we always get the hype drops at Sony instead of anywhere else. Sometimes Xbox pulls through and sometimes Nintendo pulls through, but normally it's at Sony. But even like for the past couple of years, Sony hasn't been dropping those hype bombs, and so it's kind of just been like meh. And I feel like this is exactly the same thing. It's kind of meh. It's kind of okay-ish, you know, nothing really special. And that's been kind of like the whole vibe of the E3. There's nothing like mind-blowing, which is okay. You can't do that every single time, but it's just like, okay. It was alright. It was alright. Best conference, it's gotta go to Xbox. I think they had the most well-rounded stuff to show. I know I didn't stream Jeff's showcase, but like Jeff's was pretty weak all the way through until Elden Ring. He had like maybe 1 or 2 games, like Metal Slug Tactics, which was quite surprising. But other than that, that was it. That and Elden Ring, you know, it was kind of weak. Like he also announced the Hideo Kojima Death Stranding director's cut, which made no sense to me considering Hideo Kojima had full control over the game from day one. So I'm not entirely sure how what the hell that's even gonna be. So it's kind of like, who cares? So that happened. Ubisoft happened. Disappointed with that because I wanted to see something from Beyond Good and Evil 2. Kind of got nothing from that. What games did they show that had like some sort of worth and value in my mind? They didn't show any new Assassin's Creed, no Watch Dogs. What did Ubisoft show? Hold on, I might have to just take a quick look. What did Ubisoft show? You know, if it was that important, I'm sure I would fucking remember. Clearly it did not leave an impression in my mind to like exactly what it could have been. So like, there you go. That's Ubisoft. It could barely leave an impression in my mind. Oh wait, I do remember one of their games. It was like Steep, but like for all like outdoor sports, you know, like motorbiking and stuff. Oh yeah, and they announced that weird Avatar game. Yeah, it was kind of more of the same. Like, okay, it was kind of like who really cares too much. So there was that. Then we had. Was there anything else Ubisoft did that day? Or was there another event that day? I don't think so. Let me just take a little look. So yeah, okay, so on that day with Ubisoft, we also had Devolver Digital. Now, I didn't think Devolver really showed anything that was, you know, mind-blowing as well. Normally they have great conferences, and I do think this was a great one. I don't know if the comedy, stood up as well as some of the previous ones, but it was a really good conference. I was really interested in their samurai game and a couple of other games they were dropping. So Devolver was pretty good. So I have to put like Devolver pretty up there with probably behind Xbox. So then Xbox and Bethesda. And Xbox obviously I think had the best show for right now. It was or maybe I shouldn't play that one. Let's get this one on. So Xbox had a nice showing. They had a lot of different varieties of games. I enjoyed what they showed from Halo Infinite. It kind of gave me a little bit more confidence, especially after they practically destroyed that franchise 343. So they gave me a little bit of confidence in the franchise. They had a couple of other cool indie games that they showed off. They showed off the new Forza as well, you know, for all those drivers out there. And they just had like a nice, well-rounded showcase. You know, we got to see a little bit of what Bethesda's been working on. I wish we saw more of Starfield, but, you know, Bethesda, they like keeping things close to themselves until like the very last minute. And hopefully now that they're with Xbox, they're gonna make sure that a disaster like Fallout 76 doesn't happen again, or at least a launch. Then we also saw Square that day. Now Square, I initially was like pretty happy with their showcase because I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy showcase. and the little gameplay demo. A little bit sad that Eidos Montreal isn't working on another Deus Ex or a different franchise, but I'm sure I'm gonna like the Guardians game. It seems like they put a lot of work and love into it, so I'm excited to see what they do. And then they also showed you know, more like Final Fantasy 1 through 6, like pixel perfect remakes. I would have liked to seen them do it as Octopath Traveler. I think that would have been fantastic if they remade the first 6 games in like that sort of style of Octopath Traveler. It would have looked fucking beautiful as hell. And but you know, that was okay. And what else did they show? They showed Babylon Fall. Now Babylon Fall, I know it's Platinum, so I know it's probably gonna play fine. And right now, like, for Platinum, gameplay is king. But a lot of people were talking about the visuals and then different aspects within when the developers were talking that alluded to kind of like pay to win sort of elements, or like pay to just like skip progression. So that one kind of put like a little sour note in my mouth, like, of what this game was gonna be. And so like I'm a little bit like soured on that. And then we saw the Final Fantasy Origins, like I forget what the other name is, but it's like the guys who made Neo, their Final Fantasy game, and combat looked interesting. The visual style left a lot to be desired. It just kind of looked like a boy band fighting a dude in armor, which we already got that with 15, and to be honest, I'd like them to do maybe a little bit more classical style Final Fantasy, of like going back to that old knights in armor if they're going to be fighting a dude in armor like that, you know. It kind of makes a little bit more sense. Don't really know what was going on with the story in that game, because the guy kept screaming at the enemies he was murdering and talking about chaos, so it's kind of a little conflicting. Yeah, and that was pretty much Square. I think they showed off a couple of other things, but it was kind of like, I think they showed like some Life is Strange or something like that, and that just didn't really interest me. But like, so I'm gonna definitely put that below Devolver Digital. I don't think it's below Ubisoft, but wait, I didn't even put. Okay, so Xbox is at the top right now. Devolver Digital is under that. Then I'd probably put Square. Then I'd put some of the games first, and then I'd probably put. Why is that fair? I would say okay. Yeah, I'd probably put Summons Games first because they had Elden Ring and that, and then I'd put Ubisoft underneath that. I think that's fair so far. So next is Warner Brothers and the PC Gaming Show. So PC Gaming Show, obviously I was too tired to fully complete it, but that was actually a really good show. I think they showed off a lot of decent and good games and a lot of different varieties. And they had like a kind of fun gimmick of them being like space travelers, and the robot going fucking nuts and crazy. And it was entertaining. It was a little cringe, but entertaining. So I would definitely put that. I think I would put that on par with Devolver Digital, like up there, just underneath Xbox. That was pretty good. Warner Brothers, Jesus Christ, that's at the bottom. Might as well also say it now. Bandai Namco is also at the bottom, considering they just weren't actual even events. They said they were streaming events, and they streamed one fucking game. Who gave a shit? Like, and it was also a game that I think we both understand very well. The first for Warner Brothers, they were like showing off something for Blood, which is just Left 4 Dead. And I think everyone understood what it was exactly, but they seemed to think that we needed to have it explained to us again, which made no sense. And then they showed nothing else. They showed nothing from the Suicide Squad game, nothing from Gotham Knights, nothing from Mortal Kombat. So that was kind of a real disappointment. So that's at the bottom. Bandai Namco, which we just experienced, was just talking about the mostly cinematic game. I forget what it's called because it's just not that important. What the fuck is that noise? Okay. So, Bandai Namco showed off that game, which we already know because people have already played it, so they know what to expect. It's just them talking about it, and that was it. They didn't show anything from Elden Ring. They didn't show nothing from any other things. Maybe like, I know Bandai Namco, they deal with a lot of the Dragon Ball Z games and the Naruto games and that sort of stuff. They showed nothing from that separate realm of games that they develop, and it was just kind of like, okay, so what was this really about? Who really cared? And I did not. And then our last conference that we saw, oh yeah, so Bandai Namco is just about the same as Warner Brothers. Like, they were nothing conferences. They were like wastes of time. Got me streaming for no fucking reason. So yeah, they can go kind of fuck themselves. Capcom was also a bad one for me. I'd say the only real interesting thing I got was the Ace Attorney game. And other than that, like, it was kind of a waste of time because Monster Hunter Stories, even though it's interesting, it's an RPG, I kind of already knew what it was all about, and I didn't think it needed more explanations. They're kind of just doing it to sell it. There was no Resident Evil news because they just dropped one. They kind of just had the guy thank us. Nothing from Devil May Cry or Mega Man or any other franchise, and there was practically nothing for fighting. They just talked about esports in their own event that they were hosting for esports, and I could not give a shit. It was just a big waste of time. Like, you know, no Darkstalkers. Obviously, we weren't going to get anything from Street Fighter 6, but could we have at least seen like another character that they were releasing? Maybe a gameplay trailer, something, you know? And obviously, none of the other fighting franchises like School Rumble or Darkstalkers or Red Earth or anything else, you know, just to show it all up. So I just kind of was like, okay, it was kind of nothing. So right now, Capcom is above. Capcom's above Warner Brothers and Bandai, but it wasn't that great of a showcase. So at the top, Xbox. Below that is Devolver and PC Gaming Show. Then after that is Square, Summer Games Fest after that, Ubisoft after that, and then Capcom, and then Warner Brothers and Bandai Namco. And that's my list. It was just an okay year, nothing special, you know. And that was really it. That's all I kind of got from this year. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't mind-blowing. It wasn't anything. It was your basic bread and butter. That was it, you know. Just the basics. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like, I really thought they were going to like hit something out the park considering like how fucked up last year was. And I thought they were going to be like, hey, let's save all these games for the next year, or, you know. But it didn't end up like that. It was kind of like, eh. So, that's really it. That's all I have to say about E3 this year. Yeah, it's nothing, really. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for, I guess, tuning in if you're here. And, yeah, that's really it. I do plan on streaming in the future. I plan on streaming some BlazBlue, some Halo, some like other games I've been wanting to play on my Steam list. I kind of just want to go down it, and considering I have so much free time after university, I might as well do it while I'm looking for work. So, I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow, but I think I'm definitely going to stream on Thursday and Friday. And, just have some fun. And if you want to have fun too, then why don't you join me? And we'll have fun together. I think the first stream I will do is probably BlazBlue, but I might change my mind at the last minute and do something else. So if that's your cup of tea, then come tag along. And thanks for watching today if you're here. And let's have a good time next time, instead of whatever waste of time this was with the whole Bandai Namco. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.